Are we live? Looks like it. Okay. Hey guys. You always see my uncertain and kind of angry face at the beginning because I never know if it worked. Let me just find it on our Facebook so I can read your comments while we also go live. Should be able to. Should be no problem. Oh, there we go. Yay. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday Live. So happy to be here and share with you the next step in my creative process of writing the album Obsidian. So this week, I have a special treat for my Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon yet, you want to join at patreon.com/slash Vera Bormenko. Basically, go to patreon.com/Vera Bormenko. You'll find me. It says I'm creating videos and music and stuff like that. So, what I'm giving out this week is the score for my original composition Gloom that was written for caves as a part of the series Music for Caves that is intended to be performed actually in caves. So, this was something that I sort of went back to the concept of writing for chamber music. I haven't done that in a while because most of my previous album too was kind of orchestral symphonic rock and metal. Meanwhile, my next album is even more folk metal than the previous one, than the first. But also, I wanted to add a bit of a more of a shamanistic, nature-inspired, meditative kind of sound to my recordings, so that I could explore the other side of being a nature spirit and being a warrior and things like that. So all of my songs turn into a battlefield eventually. Even if I start them off kind of chill, they still eventually turn into this kind of very epic adventure. Yeah. And that's what I love. That's who I am. That's definitely what speaks to me. But between those battles, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit something soothing. And I hope that Gloom has helped you connect and recharge. Hi, Byron. Good morning. Sorry, guys, I'm a little late today. I honestly woke up a bit later and then I made some food, and one thing led to another, and I'm 15 minutes behind. But not a problem. We're still good. Ooh, I shared a cool photo just recently. I love this. So some of these photos I share you guys, I just find them online as inspiration. Oh, the sound looks kind of weird. Okay, never mind. So I find them as inspiration. They're not all my pictures. You can see which are my pictures. They're different quality. They're the ones that I took myself, and they're of me, of course. So, all right, we have more people. Hey, Craig. Is that? Oh no, that's not the video. Sorry. Here I am. Okay, we have Byron. Great. Awesome. So you guys, I will do a few covers of my original demos for you today. Meanwhile, I'm also going to do a little bit of improv on kind of a drone inspired meditative sound similar to Gloom. I'm actually writing a second song in the series of that. So gloom is meant to be played in the caves on the surface, meaning among the rocks and things like that. Meanwhile, the second song is going to be inspired by the underwater effects. I've always dreamt of making a song that imitated the sounds of underwater, or maybe even play underwater. There is a band, I think they're called, I forgot what they're called again, but if you Google or type into YouTube the first underwater band, they'll come up. They're actually people who play underwater. They dive in into the aquarium and they have instruments set up in the way that they can play. And that's amazing. To me, that was so inspiring. And I love it how the sound travels so differently because water is different density. It's a different medium. It's not as light and breezy as air. So you can expect the pitch to be distorted, the sound quality to be distorted, everything to be different. And I just love that. That's this whole idea that we can all be listening to the same thing from different perspectives, and it's going to speak to us all differently. That's amazing. So I'm not gonna bore you anymore with talking. Let's just go and play something. Hey, Denny, how you doing? Good morning. It's actually past noon for us here. So let me just go ahead. I don't know if you can guys hear this. My sound system's giving me some kind of crackling noise. I think that's better. Why don't we start with one of your most recent favorites, Amethyst? I posted this as a download for my Patreons. Again, if you want to get downloads for these things, go to my patreon.com/Vera Bormenko because I will be sharing all my backing tracks, all my free demos with the Patreons. I don't want to share them with anyone else because they're not a finished product. But Patreons join me on every step of my creative process. So you guys will get demos of fresh material that's not finished, that's not yet edited, that's not yet mastered. You will get all of those so you can give me your ideas and help me create further. There's Amethyst. Yay! I haven't even brushed my hair today yet. You can probably see. I just like I washed it last night, and when I wash it, it gets so fluffy that it's just too big to brush. I mean, if I brush it, it's gonna be even more frizzy. Hey guys, thank you. Thanks for listening. All right. Denny says, morning, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. So basically, tomorrow I have a new drumming video that I'm releasing on my YouTube. It's just a very simple edit of me having my weekend adventures in the woods as I try to do normally on regular basis. So sometimes, sometimes I can do it every week, sometimes not, and I feel kind of bad about that. But if I don't, I basically stay in and write music at home. So you guys know, travel can be time consuming. Yeah, like going to the woods where I really want to be. It's a bit of a drive from us, like an hour drive or so. So sometimes I just don't have the time, but I still write music that's inspired by my experience in the real nature. Hi, Buppy. Buppy says you rock. Thank you. Your music is great as you are. Aw, thank you so much, Fred. Thank you, guys. Also, stay tuned for tomorrow's video that's going to come out on my YouTube. There's a copy of it shared to you. To Facebook as well, so you don't miss it. So you can watch it on Facebook or you can watch it on YouTube, whatever you like. So I'm okay with anything, wherever you guys are convenient to watch me, whatever works. Great. So, oh, my mic is shaking. Meanwhile, why don't we do a little improv? Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So it's so great to hear from you, especially in like real time. You know how that's what I love about live performance in real personal way that we usually do it if it wasn't for the pandemic. So I love the reaction. This kind of like when you hear my music for the first time, you go like, oh, that was cool. That's my favorite thing to watch is that exchange, that real time interaction. That yeah, just like watching other people rock to your music, it's amazing. It just gives you so much energy, makes you want to like whoo jump up and drill a hole in the ceiling. So basically, yeah, thank you guys. I'm glad we have been able to do this even though we're virtual instead of in person for the past year or so that we have been affected by the quarantines and lockdowns. By the way, here in Ontario, we're still in lockdown until beginning of June. So June 2nd, I think, is the date that it was extended to stay-at-home order. Tell me where you're from and what the situation is like in your place. Are you staying home? Are you able to go out? Are you able to have some kind of minor, like maybe outdoor experience or maybe a social distancing experience? Because here in Toronto, Ontario, we are still under a strict lockdown and stay at home order. So that means we only go out for necessities like groceries, like yeah, like walking in the park is fine. Just make sure you don't bump into too many people. So I'm honestly okay with that because it just gives me more time to write music and more time to focus on my new album that I am creating right now. So even though I do miss interacting with all of you in person at concerts and at shows that we plan to do all these 2 years, meanwhile, I'm still happy to have this opportunity. I feel like I'm very blessed in a way that I have support of so many people and I have support of my family, and my workplace is also very flexible in the way that we were able to fully transfer all of our services online. So I'm very happy about that. And thank you to all the people I work with who have been so amazing and vigilant at just, handling the situation really well without losing any quality and service that we are providing. So we're if anything, we've been doing even more online. We've been offering way more to our students and our clients who are interested in working with us. So I'm really happy about that. Meanwhile, you guys, let's do a little improv. So sometimes I just like to sit in the room and meditate and play something chill. Let's see. Let's see. So I hope that gives you an idea, the kind of stuff that I like. So, if you want to know what I was inspired by, well, first of all, because I just played Amethyst, so I was still in that wave. And Amethyst was written based on the Kurdish motifs that I learned to play when I was in my Persian band, Barbad music with my friend from school, Mehdi Rezania. And I've always loved that kind of stuff. I love Eastern music, I love Persian music, I love all kinds of music, which is why I'm writing my new album, Obsidian. So, it's heavily inspired by this idea in Dothraki culture in Game of Thrones, which was actually kind of a combined reference to both Persian culture and Mongolian culture in different ways. So that's kind of like the main influence for my album. Meanwhile, it's using elements of different other native cultures that I love absolutely, and something that I haven't learned before, which is native Canadian culture. So, and that's why I'm working with an amazing consultant on my project who's given me so much inspiration over the past few months. David Miracle. He's a multi-artist. He's a sculptor, works with stone cutter, but he's also a musician. He has an incredible amount of instruments in his home, his life, his and he also does something really interesting, which is healing with sound, something that I'm really, really into these days. So I find that vibration has such tremendous power and can affect not only us, but it can affect our environment, our surrounding, our lives in general, because its physical frequency vibration has strength to shape our reality, basically. That's why I feel like music making is an amazing tool. And not just a tool, it's just way of life, really. So I hope you guys enjoy that kind of thing. And I hope you enjoy my chill music because that's a little different from the main vibe of the album. I wanted to create something that would show both the kind of like warrior hero that I know I am, but also the other side of me where I want to retreat and recharge and just rest and basically have someone else take over all these important things that have to be done. Meanwhile, I take care of myself. That has been a very, very big topic in my life of the past year. Also something that I've realized I do whenever I'm at home, whenever I have the freedom to do stuff, I put so much on my plate that I overwhelm myself and it takes a toll on my health, obviously. So I'm still in that wave when I was in my 20s where I could do just about anything in a day and not feel a thing, not feel tired. Like I would have classes, concerts, performances, rehearsals, and then I could pull an all-nighter, writing a piece of music for my class the next day or the next week, whatever. Then I would go to my morning lectures and have rehearsals and then have recordings and concerts. And by the end of the week, a gig all weekend. And I'm just so used to that kind of pace of things that in my 30s that I'm now, I feel like I cannot handle that workload anymore as well. So I need to change it up a little bit. So I have reduced my workload by about 3 times, I would say. So starting with my exercise, my practice routine, my just about everything else. So all that time that I have freed for it, I'm actually taking better care of my nutrition, my health in general, taking a moment for mental health. So like yesterday too, I thought I was gonna practice all day and then write a piece. And then by the end of it, I kind of like, yeah, I had some energy left over, but I felt, you know what, this will be a good day for me to take a rest day because I didn't have any important assignments for yesterday. I was like, this is great. So I did some buffering. I posted some things on my Facebook for the week, like all those inspirational quotes and beautiful photos that I shared with you. I pre-scheduled them early. So that's what I did yesterday. And after that, like we went for a nice walk, we get some ice cream, kind of relaxed, played a few games. And I feel like that was a nice day for me to recharge. So today I actually have some energy left over. So today, before my busy week begins, I can enjoy practicing and I can do some exercise. So I realized how important it is to just take care of yourself, right? So for me, that was the wake up call was like my blood sugar dropping unexpectedly almost every day. Just about 3 weeks ago, I was on a kind of a roll that I think it's partially triggered by anxiety, but partially by the things that I eat or if I don't eat on time. So if I get a lot of sugary snacks or if I don't get enough of sugary snacks, all of that can affect my blood sugar. I'm not diabetic per se, but I definitely am hypoglycemic. So that means I just have to eat on time. So yeah, teaching from home has been kind of helpful because I am near my food all the time. I can always go and get something, even if it's in the middle of a class, which is great. So I don't have to pack lunch. When I go to see my students during normal times, I actually pack a lot of food to make sure that I don't pass out in case I'm really hungry. So this has been just a wake up call to remind me that at different times of your life, different stages, there are different priorities. And yeah, when I was in my 20s, I could pull an all nighter and do gigs all day. And that was fine. And I was actually energized. I'm still energized by those things. But physically, now I feel a bit more tired. And that's normal. That's just a reminder to take better care of yourself. So I hope you guys are taking this time also to take better care of yourselves so that when we come back to all the normally functioning daily activities and we can meet people in person, we're actually better people. We're more recovered, recharged, and with better immune systems. Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, let's go on and do a couple more covers. All right. Maybe I should do Obsidian for you guys. Let's do Obsidian. So far, the favorite songs, as I have heard from my Patreons and my close fans, have been Obsidian, Amethyst, and actually, you guys really enjoyed Gloom too. So I'm so happy you did. I wanted to create something that will give you kind of like meditative experience. So, all right, I'm looking for my track and I can't find it. Let me just go to sent folders. Obsidian. We'll find it, guys. Don't worry. We'll find it. All right. It's here. I think it's something I sent to my producer already. So if you guys are interested, I'm starting to record in July. Well, July. June, we are working on arrangements. July, we start recording with other artists. I still have to let them know about it. And yeah, I'm really excited. Here we go. Obsidian.
White devils dancing on my shoulder, recruiting demons to his clan. I am so tired of his stories. Am I too weak to take a stand? It is not the cruel fate, it is our spirit that soars high, the brightness of our flame that burns eternally. It never dies. We are the proof of the story told, and all we have to remember by is Obsidian.
Yay! Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me just read some comments I missed. Miri says it has the taste of Turkmenistan and much of the region. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Miri. That's true. I have a lot of friends from where from Turkey, from Azerbaijan. Yeah. Also very, very close to that kind of sound. I love it. I love this kind of music. And it's true that we did everything that was inspired by that part of the world. So I'm glad you recognize that. Mira says this happens when you have such a large body of work. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I give myself a large body of work. I don't have to do all this stuff, but it's because I'm curious about it and I want to do it. That's why I feel overwhelmed. Anyway, so hopefully this quarantine has helped you focus on the things that are important to you as well. I know they have helped me for sure fix some of the things that I've been doing that wasn't so good for me in terms of my health. So I'm glad I took a little easy day yesterday. So today I'm going to do some more live streaming for my other platforms and then go back to practicing and writing music and do some exercise. Very important to physically stay active, you guys. Even just going for a walk, like changing your environment for a second, like it changes your whole day. Very, very important to do that. So I hope you're staying well, taking care of yourselves, attuning with yourself, attuning with nature, attuning with our beautiful vibe in our planet, the human resonance, which, by the way, is the frequency that my drum is tuned to. So I hope you guys tune in tomorrow to watch my video. It premieres around 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So you can be the first to watch if you wake up that early or if you're in a different part of the world where that's a good time for you. Tune into my YouTube. If you're subscribed, you will get it by email. I'm also sending out a reminder tomorrow to all my email subscribers. If you're not in my email tribe, sign up, please. There's a link there that says get my free songs. You can sign in and just join me. You will get 10 introduction emails. And after that, you will be getting all of my subscription reminders, meaning whenever we go live and there's replay, whenever I post a new song and you get a download, you will get those things reminded to you every week, every Monday. So in the introduction, yes, you get emails every day because I'm telling you about myself, sharing you my free tracks from my last album with you guys, my Iron Fiddle saga. So after that, I don't send a lot of emails. Just once a week is probably the most frequent. Also, it takes a lot of time to organize them. So I try to only send the emails when I physically have something new to share. So you will be getting those after you received your 10 email introduction of me, my music, and my free downloads of my first album for you. So I'm basically giving away my whole album free in a digital format to all my email subscribers. So go ahead and join, right? Hey, okay. Mirai says, agree wholly, be well, stay safe, my friend. You too, Mirai. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're all well and safe. And I hope that tomorrow's video with a unique vibration of A frequency tuned to 432 hertz of my spirit drum helps you relax and attune yourself and just be better at everything that you want to be. I hope you have a great weekend and see you next week.